Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics. This is Jemima. If you're here for the first time, remember to subscribe, like my videos, share. Do not forget to give me your opinion in the comment section. My good people, former Governor Mwangaza, who was impeached from her seat, has come back from her silence and she has a new agenda. My good people, she has launched a new party called UMP, Umoja na Maendeleo Party. She is the party leader. She has registered a lot of members and party officials. We have seen her presidency coming with a lot of impact. One, she has the agenda of revenging the sitting governor, the sitting MCAs who tabled her impeachment motion. Number two, she wants to participate in the by-elections. Her party is very ready to replace maybe MCAs, MPs who lost their offices, and so we are expecting that Governor Mwangaza will have his members or his members of the party participating in the coming by-elections. And number three, ladies and gentlemen, she has come with the revenge agenda to punish all those people whom she calls betrayers. And so according to how she spoke, she has a lot of bitterness. And for sure, she is going to make this happen. You remember she was elected on an independent ticket. And she beat up her opponents like Mythical Lindri, who had a lot of support from UDA and other places. And so, she's a strong woman and a strong leader. And if she has mobilized the ground again, then we are going to witness a lot of wonders come 2027 through the party members. Here is the tip.
Mwezi wa kwanza kwa ofisi. Nilikuwa nimefanya nini? Na mpaka sasa wana UMP, mikono yangu ni misafi. It depends. Unapojitafutia, lakini makatero wadogo wanachukua decision ya over 200,000 voters ambao walitoka asubuhi. Tutafagiria ama tutafagiria? Tutafagiria. Makatero wataenda nyumbani hawataenda. Wezi wataenda nyumbani hawataenda. Wasaliti wataenda nyumbani hawataenda. Wasaliti wataenda nyumbani hawataenda. Waende wasiende. Tunataka haki.
Most of these politicians, if they have been found with something negative or they have been chased out of their office, first thing they usually look for sympathy from the public. This is through mobilization of the ground again to make sure that they paint their name in a positive way. They have a different picture, and surely Kenyans like being empathetic. And for now, she has a lot of supporters. She has a lot of background supporters, and she will be going to do the revenge mission. And so, my good people, if we can just look the list of politicians who have been impeached in Kenya successfully, these are governors and the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. And so it means to impeach a governor or a sitting governor might look very simple than any other leader, because so far we have 3 impeached governors who lost their offices successfully. Number 1, we have this Governor Mwangaza. She was impeached on various grounds, and after it was successful, then she did not even manage to file her petition so that she can secure the seat. But we are seeing her with a lot of bitterness, having revenge mission. She has formed a new political party, which means she's preparing again for 2027 to have a lot of people who will compete with those who chased her out of the office. Number 2, we have Rigathi Gachagua. This was the former deputy president of Kenya. He was impeached on various grounds. Right now, we see he is very bitter. He has started ground mobilization. At the same time, this Rigathi Gachagua is fighting the sitting government like he has come with a lot of forces. He did not sit at home to wait like how Mwangaza did. Right now, he is on a revenge mission to unseat the sitting president, because right now he has a lot of followers in the opposition, and so he is the main opposition right now in the politics of Kenya. We see the former governor, Ferdinand Waititu. This one was from Kiambu County. He was impeached also on various grounds, and we see his case was very difficult to an extent that even of late, he was followed up by DCI, he was arrested, and it was very clear that he had a lot of things to answer. Finally, we had Governor Mike Sonko, was the governor of Nairobi County. He was also impeached on various grounds, and it was successfully done. And so amongst the 4 leaders who were impeached, we only have 2 who are very active in political journey. This one is Rigathi Gachagua and Mwangaza Kawira. The other 2, Mike Songo and Ferdinand Waititu, disappeared completely from the face of politics, and maybe they are engaging with other things in this nation. And so if you can look at these impeached governors, no one served more than 3 years. It is less than 3 years. And so it means that this impeachment was being done according to how they are being evaluated in the office. And so if you can see the political parties that these people were involved in during their time in office, number 1, Mwangaza Kawira was independent, and during the time when she was facing impeachment procedures, the issues of being insecure, that is the time when she moved from being independent, joined UDA, so that she can be protected from this issue of impeachment. If you can look at Rigathi Gachagua, he was in UDA. And in UDA, Rigathi Gachagua did not form UDA. It is President William Samoei Ruto with his officials who had formed UDA party, then convinced Rigathi Gachagua to come and join them in politics. And so he did not have his own political party which he could stand with it during this difficult impeachment time. Another one was this Ferdinand Waititu. He was under Jubilee Party. Jubilee Party belonged to former President Uhuru Kenyatta with his people. And this Waititu came and joined. He did not have his own political party. Same to Mike Songo was in Jubilee. Jubilee was not his own party. He joined that party of Uhuru Kenyatta. And so this tells us that none of these impeached leaders who had their own political party, like you sat down, you formed a political party that calls you your name, you are the founder, you are the party leader. No one. And so did you know that if you are joining politics, you don't have a strong ground, you don't have a strong party that can stand in the gap during difficulty, it is very difficult for you to win a simple thing that could have been protected from any danger. And so if you look at these 4 politicians, they could have done more better if they could have their own party, just like other politicians. People can wonder why someone maybe like Wetangula has just decided to have his own party even if he was told to fold. He refused. He knows that the political parties are home that can defend you in difficult situations and can give you a breakthrough in certain issues in politics. And so these 4 did not have any political party. Instead, they just joined politics and they followed the parties of other people. Someone can ask me maybe how could they form their own political party yet they were contesting in the same ticket, for example, the president and his running mate. It is very possible because you can see an example of coalition of that one of Raila Odinga and his Mother Karua. Mother Karua was from MT.KENYA. Raila Odinga was from ODM. And it means if these people could go into power coming from different political parties, there could be no issue of being, oh, we are in the same party, there's no need for this, there's no need for this. No, these people with their parties could enter into agreement. Just in case you have a problem in government and you are in that coalition with your party can go ahead and negotiate some of disciplinary issues, some of difficult issues that are facing you, so that to avoid a lot of damage like this impeachment, if Rigathi Gachagua could have formed his own political party, it could have negotiated a lot of things before it wasn't to that impeachment. Same to this Mwangaza Kawira, she could have been protected by these party officials. And so, my good people, because we understand that the party is very important and could have helped these politicians, then they could have, some of them maybe could have survived this impeachment if they could have a home or a party to hold on. And so someone can ask me, how can a party protect you from impeachment? How can a party shield you from other pressures? My good people, if you are in a party, we expect that you have seats like that one of MCS, women rep, MPs, senators, and at the same time you will have a different face in public because your supporters will be giving you full support, even if there will be collection of signatures, even if there will be public opinion to be channeled, then your people in the ground will stand with you through that party. This is because these MCS, these senators, these MPs can be influential in some procedures, maybe in the Senate and in the Parliament, before this impeachment motion or before this impeachment is completed. They can be very influential to protect you, and so you can be immune. And so This is why Rigathi Gachagua, he has a political party called DCP. This is why we have seen Mwangaza Kawira has a political party called UMP, because they have now realized that a party is an important instrument in politics. And this is how now they have realized that the constitution allows multipartyism, and importance of multipartyism and importance of a political party in politics. After the impeachment, they have learned a hard lesson. And so, my good people, that is how politics is being done. And someone maybe can ask that issue of the multipartyism. And so according to Article 4 Clause 2 of the Constitution of Kenya, it says the Republic of Kenya shall be a multi-party democratic state founded on the national values and principle of governance. Refer to Article 10. It means that even if you are a governor, you are in different party. If your running mate is on a different party, there is no problem, because this constitution allows multipartyism. There is no problem as long as you are entering with an agreement. Article 38 of the Constitution, it says every citizen is free to make political choices, including the right to form or participate on forming a political party, to participate in various of or recruit members for political party, and to campaign for political party or cause. And so if we can take the example of Rigathi Gachagua, he just followed the president because the president has already formed a stable political party. Then he did a mistake to himself, because he denied himself that freedom of forming a party, supporting his party, recruiting members, and even championing for or campaigning for his own party. And that's why he found himself in hot soup. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before I move ahead, someone can ask me, these others had joined the parties. Why did that party protect these people? For issue like that one for Ferdinand Waitito, he was impeached during the time when it was on hardship period in Jubilee Party. This is because Jubilee Party had fragmented those people who support William Ruto and those people who support Uhuru Kenyatta with his faction. And so to defend this Ferdinand Waitito was difficult, because you could find these people had different interests, and so coming together maybe to see how they can manage the case of Waitito was very late. Same to that one of Governor Mike Sonko in Jubilee. Mike Sonko himself claimed that the state removed him from the office, which means he says he means that the government sponsored people who voted him out from this office. We also see that one of Mwangaza Kawira. We just said that she was independent, and at the time when she found problems, that's when she ran to UDA to be protected. But it was late. Actually, she could not have managed, and so if they could have their own parties, they could have been protected. And so how can a party shield you again? My good people, we understand that in Kenya, if you have a party, you have people support you from the ground, then you have a good public face. This is because it is very obvious that when a politician has been found with negative things, or is being followed with issues like that one of corruption, I don't know, the scandals that are following these politicians, immediately the politicians from their group, or immediately the party usually releases a state briefing. This one is because they want to paint your name to be very good and to seek public sympathy from your own supporters. You remember even the time when EACC are doing the investigation, the DCIs, if they come and arrest a leader or a politician, immediately the political party releases a brief statement telling us that hii ni vita ya kisiasa, I don't know, they are trying to intimidate so and so. But do you know those statements are only to paint this politician to look very nice in the face of their supporters, so that they can gain sympathy and continue being relevant in politics. But in most cases, investigations once are completed, this issue is very clear that someone has a scandal, and so a political party can give you a good look in the public, so that to defend you from the negatives and to sell you out in a positive way. Ladies and gentlemen, a political party can also negotiate some of the disciplinary issues before it is too late. This is because the party officials, they have the responsibility maybe to go and approach the parliament, to approach the senate. They can even approach the president to tell them, no, this one is our party problem, let us solve or fix it to a certain extent, then we see how this thing will be handled. Before it is too late, a party can negotiate disciplinary action to their member before maybe things worsens. For example, you've seen that issue of Gloria Ruoba, where she has been facing a lot of allegation in UDA, and before maybe something worse could have happened to her, maybe to be chased out of office, then she has been summoned several times. She have been given disciplinary measures, including maybe punishment of not being given salary, staying away from the parliamentary or from the Senate proceedings, so that she can learn what she should do. But if it worsens, that is the time when a party leaves you like that. But it usually takes a lot of steps to make sure that disciplinary actions are taken in favor of that politician, so that he or she can be retained in the office. And so a party is very important. Finally, my good people, these politicians might be very protective by the party if the impeachment process is political. But if the impeachment process is constitutional, then a party can lack powers to defend you. But in most cases, if this process is political, then a party can defend you. And so, my good people, we understand that politics is a game, but most of these politicians, if they go in the field, they usually forget that you should have your own weapon. They usually forget that you should have your own party that can shield you. And so my call today is that most of the politicians, especially in the seat of governor, these top seats, make sure you have your own political party so that it can shield you in times of difficulty. For God's sake, if this Rigathi Gachagua could have had his own political party, then we could have seen some of the MPs who were supporting him, but they were very shy. For example, we had likes of Babu Owino, we had likes of Ndindi Nyoro. They did not participate in the impeachment process. This is because they did not want to look like betrayers in the face of UDA, or they did not want to look as haters in the face of Rigathi Gachagua. And what I mean is that if Babu Owino and Ndindi Nyoro could have been in DCP right now, they could have fought for Rigathi Gachagua 100% openly without being neutral like they want to pretend they are not in this case. And so political party is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you have your different opinion apart from what I've just said, please share with me in the comment section. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.